they're
is
a
you can't
decent
get.
team.
Yeah, they're a decent team. The problem is you can't get rid of the English part because then you have no people native to the country. They can't play in the
Yeah,
LCS, so
I
you
guess
have to
that's
keep
true.
it. So that with that in mind, it's like it's okay to import. I'm not against imports. However, you have to find a way to be able to bring them together into the team. I think play teams who really invest in the support staff not only have like a really really good coach and a really really good translator and the ability to bring people together. I thought C9 Display is an excellent example of the ability to do that. And yeah, I think that Envy should really find. I think it's just support staff, and maybe if you want to take someone out, it's Proxim.
All right, fair enough. Let's go to the next one then. Let's go to Team Immortals. Oh man, this one I'm just gonna go get rid of the bot lane, dude. Just throw them in the trash. Just find someone else. I love this team's core. I mean, I love Pobelter. I feel like he's okay. He's not a star player. He doesn't really do anything.
You're not going to get a better mid than Pobelter.
Yeah, you're not going to get a better mid than him. Like he's good enough.
Even underperforming in the playoffs, I still think he's top 4.
Yeah.
And that should say something about how good he plays as the only native English player.
North American baby,
player.
Let's go.
Yeah, in the mid lane role. Like I'm mid lane, so I know firsthand that role is taken up by import slots. But I think Pobelter is by far, like, in a way, like, very, very talented. The roster itself, I have no problem. A lot of people hate Huni. I don't think Huni is a problem, dude. The problem is the fact that if Huni doesn't get going, nothing else happens. Like,
you think that's a coaching staff problem or player problem?
I think it's both. I think Huni, the Immortal strategy has always been Huni and Reignover go off, and the rest of the team catches up.
They just live. Like, it's not even catches up. They just need to not feed.
and every like third or fourth game, Pobelter would go off essentially. However, that's terrible. Like, I understand how you want dimensional strategies. I'm fine with that, you know. But it's just like that. That means that there's a problem if I actually don't think Reignover and Adrian have good synergy together. Like, I feel like their macro play, their movement together isn't good. Like, sure, Adrian puts down a lot of vision. However, it seems they seem to not be able to really do anything in terms of on a map wide level unless they have big leads from the top lane. And so a lot of people critique Huni. They're like, "Oh, Huni sucks. He's a choker. Whatever." That guy's the best player on the team in the playoffs. Or
you think he's the best player on the team?
I think he's the only reason they win some of their games, most of their games. And sure, their playstyle is built around him, but even in the series against CLG, where all the pressure went bot side from Reignover, Huni still came out and performed. He's one of the best flanking top laners in the game right now. At least, at the very, very least, in the region, he's the best. And when you think of it like that, like even better than Impact. Impact lanes like a monster, wave control like a monster. However, flank TP is whatever, not really good. However, Huni, he's the magician when it comes to being able to flank, being able to do something from a really really good angle that he created.
Who's the shot caller on that team? Do you know?
I have no idea. I want to say just Reignover does his own thing, but I've talked to a lot of other junglers. They all think Reignover is fantastic. Like Sven even says, I asked him, "How do you learn jungle routes? Does your coach help you? Do you watch other games?" He's like, "I kind of just copied my jungle routes from Reignover." I'm just like, what? All right.
At least
and
he
then,
said it.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I talked to the medias before. He was like, I learned the most from Reignover because that guy's actually really, really, really good. Like, he's not overrated. That guy is actually good. So yeah, he didn't play very well in the playoff series and in the gauntlet. No one's gonna deny that he played really bad. But I think he is an exceptional player. And I think there's more problems behind the scenes that make him look bad. I want to say, at some extent, this is a coaching staff problem because this team drafts, even with Huni being a player who is very unique, he shouldn't be able to draft 20 different champions or like throughout like 2 splits. Like, I think there's a big drafting problem because they're not really authoritarian enough to be like, you're playing this, you're playing that. So I think rather than maybe removing the head coach, they should just add someone on to be able to help them out. I think Immortals is one of the teams, they did have this fantastic run, 33-3 throughout both splits. So they have the pieces to win. However, they're missing something. So I think maybe not even getting rid of the head coach, but adding someone on who can really help them would be very, very beneficial. Someone who maybe just studies draft and helps them out on that point, because that's been a very big weakness of theirs throughout, I would say, even both splits.
You think player side though the roster is good? I mean, I'll take back. I think Wild Turtle. I mean, he didn't perform in the playoffs, but I still think that he's a pretty good AD. But I don't know about Adrian. If he's not a shot caller, I don't think there's any reason to keep him. Honestly, like I'll be completely honest, dude. I love him as a person.